Boxing Lowdown, and welcome to the official preview to the big fight coming up this weekend. One of many. The big fight coming up this weekend between Dillian White and Oscar Rivas. Now for the WBC interim heavyweight title. Now that means, it's not the full title obviously, but what that means is that Dillian White is finally in a position to get his shot at Deontay Wilder should he defeat Oscar Rivas this weekend. And that's no easy feat, as I'm about to explain in this preview today. Now, Dillian White, let's go back to the WBC situation. He's been chasing this for a long time now. He's been the #1 contender for so long, but he hasn't been elevated to mandatory status, but he does have the opportunity to get that this Saturday night. It was announced yesterday that the WBC will allow the winner of this fight to be in line to have a mandatory title shot against Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion. Now, the titles may change hands before that happens because Deontay Wilder is in some tough fights himself. He's taken on Luis Ortiz in September, maybe November. I don't think there's a solid date for that now, but it's looking like that will be on the cards. And then should he get through that, then he's got to get through Tyson Fury, who is looking like he'll be fighting in February. So it may not be Deontay Wilder who the winner of this fight will get their chance against. But at the end of the day, Dillian White, let's go back to him. He's been trying to get this title shot for so long now. So he's almost at touching distance. And he's not going to allow Oscar Rivas this weekend to, ruin those plans. Surely not. But I'll say this about Oscar Rivas. He's a brilliant fighter, one who has brilliant amateur credentials. He's undefeated as a professional. As an amateur going back, he defeated the likes of Kubrat Pulev. He defeated Andy Ruiz. So very skilled Colombian heavyweight, somebody with ambitions of his own, somebody that's going to be coming in there to win. I don't think that anyone can overlook Oscar Rivas and the threat that he poses. Even looking at the odds for this fight, I've seen that many people have slapped late bets on Oscar Rivas, so maybe they're starting to believe that he will be the guy to defeat Dillian White. Who knows, man? I think it's going to be a very good fight and a very good card as well. I mean, you've got the likes of David Allen against David Price. You've got Derek Chisora taking on Artur Szpilka. You've got Richard Riakporhe in action. You've got Aziz and Duffield in action. I think it's overall a very, very good card by Matchroom, despite the low ticket sales. Now, moving back towards the fight itself, now, I think that Dillian White will be under pressure from Oscar Rivas. I think that Oscar Rivas will be in his chest. That is how he tends to fight. He likes to be in your chest from minute one. He's not the hardest puncher in the world, but he does like to put that pressure on. And, fighters at the end wilt from that pressure. We saw that happen with Brian Jennings in the last fight with Oscar Rivas. So Rivas will be coming to win. He's going to be putting the pressure on Dillian White. And will Dillian White be under pressure anyway for finally getting himself into this position and knowing that it's only touching distance away? Has he overlooked Oscar Rivas? Will the pressure get to him on fight night? It's a fascinating stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing the fight. And I think that Dillian White will need to outbox Rivas in the early rounds especially. I think he needs to discourage him because Rivas is going to be in his chest, in his face throughout the fight. So White is going to need an excuse to make Rivas think twice about going in. And to do that, he's going to need a solid jab. We know he's got a great left hook already. He's going to need to outbox Rivas and really, give him something to think about before he steps in and launches his punches. So it's going to be a very good fight, especially now with the WBC interim title on the line. Me, for one, I'm really looking forward to it. And I think that it's going to be a tough outing for Dillian White. I think that Oscar Rivas may even be able to drop him throughout the fight or at some point. We've seen Dillian White drop before by Joseph Parker, who isn't the biggest puncher at heavyweight. I know that it was down to more tiredness in the 12th round, but, Dillian White is not, unbeatable. He has been beaten before. He has been outboxed before at times by Joseph Parker. He's not an unbeatable heavyweight. So Oscar Rivas will be going in there feeling like he's got a chance to win. Now, my overall pick for this fight will be Dillian White. I think that he will pull through, and I'm picking him to win on points. I think it'll be a tough, gritty points decision win. But he may be able to get the late stoppage, but I don't think so. I'm leaning towards a points decision. I think that he'll know what's at stake, and I think that he'll box safe and, do what he needs to do to get the W because he knows that there's something bigger in sight should he win on Saturday night. So that's going to be my prediction for this fight. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the card as well. Some great heavyweight action on there. Particularly looking forward to David Price and Dave Allen. That's going to be a great fight as well. So let me know your thoughts about the fight, man. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below, and I'll respond to each of you guys' comments. And I'll see you guys on fight night.